down, I had to come back to y'all with this treat that I stumbled upon. And I thought I was subscribed to this channel, but this is someone who I got the two content creators confused. I be all over the place with it. Um, as you can see, I cannot sleep. It is 5:51 in the morning. I've been a little bit under the weather here. Um, I think my fever broke, but it's a spiritual thing. My soul is heavy. It's been heavy for a while for many different reasons, but I hope everyone out there is well. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And if you want to bless the channel, it is Cash App Queen 1971. That's $QWEEN 1971. So, but we're going to take a little pivot here with this one because this really lifted my spirit in so many different ways, um, concerning black men and black woman relations, dating, marriage, relationships, loyalty, and so forth. That's a huge, huge, huge passion of mine is black people, black love, black resolutions, black solutions, healing black people's hearts, minds, and souls. And in doing that, you have to have conversations. You have to have those difficult talks. And you know me and these damn Karens, okay? I think I can write a book on how to create your own Karen Kryptonite, okay? Karen repellent, all right? Retribution for Karenosity. So we're gonna take a little pivot for a while, away from the hood boogery and buffoonery we see on reality television, and we're gonna get on these Karens. And I found a little dose of Karen Kryptonite when I was browsing, just trying to calm my anxiety. The internet sometimes is my best friend because you can look up stuff to make you laugh. Babies, nature. You can go anywhere in the world through the internet, which is why I don't understand how there is still so much misery on and offline with people, especially these damn Karens. But I found some Karen Kryptonite, honey, and I think every black woman who is woke, let me say that again, will appreciate this because anybody that knows me knows I go hard in the paint for black people, for my blackness, for my humanity, for my respect, okay? Especially because I'm a black woman with black children who happens to love sound-minded, healthy black men. And I had to be specific, okay? Because I love black men, but I don't love all black men, just like I love humanity, but I don't motherfucking love all humanity, okay? And one portion of that humanity is damn Karens, okay? Who grate my nerves with their uninvited, unwelcome input in our community, all while creating and manifesting more problems, creating a greater divide between black men and black women. Now, that being said, I have this treat that I would love to share with you. And you know how we do. I'm going to play it and then I'm going to show you some of the black kings who are doing the damn thing, standing on they MFing business for black women. Okay, let's take a peek, shall we? This is gonna blow your mind. I have goosebumps. I had to watch it 3 times. Okay, I had to watch it 3 times, and I'm still smiling. My heart, my soul, my spirit is still smiling, y'all. I'm gonna watch it again after we do this together. Okay. So let's do this, shall we? Do this. This is what her name? Content creator Belinda Sternit. She is from the continent, and I thought I was following her, but it was another beautiful sister from the continent that does very similar videos when it comes to race relations, racism, Karenosity, you know, and the such. I don't touch on it much because I have, other things that I'm doing and I'm trying to uh, find my rhythm here, back here as being a content creator, a serious one again. But I'm gonna be digging in these Karens and the Karenosity, just like I dug in with these dysfunctional, backwards reality show cast members, these fake counterfeit millionaires. It's so ridiculous I have to laugh. Speaking of counterfeit, now some of this stuff these brothers have said, I've been saying to white women who insert themselves into an imaginary competition with me as a black woman, breaking their neck to scrape up these pookies off the side of the curb, thinking that they have a prize over and above moi in the regard of relationships with a black man. Okay. I have said many a time to many a Becky, you have the type of black men that I don't want. Never would even think of even speaking to, let alone having ugh, an intimate relationship with, okay, and children by. Mhm. You overvalued your importance, or should I say self importance, to me, darling. This is why I don't let certain white folks slide with that backhanded, cute, slick behavior, racist microaggressions like, hey girl, what's up, sister? I don't even let that slide. It's not cute. Why? Because white people like this think that silence means acceptance. Okay. White women of this caliber that I'm about to show you now, again, overvalue their self importance to black women who are conscious and woke, especially because they put all of us in a monolithic box of loud, ignorant, uneducated, rude, masculine, and combative. I'm telling you, the majority of these type of white women, this is how they feel. Okay? You have to read between the lines. You can't unring a bell. Okay? That's why they have become so comfortable doing what they're doing and they have been doing ever since I was a little girl in the 70s, and it made sense to me even as a child when certain elders would say, if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home. Okay? So we're gonna jump right into it without further ado. Shout out to Belinda, I'm sorry, I'm a little sleepy. Belinda Sternit. If you haven't already, please go give her a click, thumbs up, subscribe, even if it's just to give her some watch time, okay? Because it's well worth it. I've been watching her channel off and on most of the day. Like I said, I thought I was following her, but the algorithm, she popped up, the thumbnail looked very inviting, and you won't be disappointed if you really woke and give a damn about your melanin and about your free will just to be a black woman, a black man, and be seclude, exclusively black. Because there's nothing that we have in any space where they don't try to inject and insert themselves into it. Even now the Afro beats and Afro beat style dances that we as black people have been emulating over in America ever since before Jesus was a black man. Okay. Because we are connected to the continent that is our mother. All indigenous black people all over this world emerged from the continent and then spawned these type of self-important white folks. Here we go.
I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where black men are all out to reply the German woman who actually talked about how she is not in competition with black women. And this got a lot of black men to speak up for the first time, and I was able to put on some of their stitches. I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as some of those stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your.
Hey, a black man here, not a black American, thank goodness. But I want to just quickly raise this one point. Everything you've just said right now is nothing but nonsense and hogwash. I'm sorry to say, if white women were as dedicated, as loyal as you claim they are, I wouldn't be constantly encountering white women who have divorced at least 4 times before they reach the age of 40. I've never met a black woman who's at least divorced twice before the age of 40.
And this is where I've always said in these conversations where white women think they can rub it in my face as a black woman, how uh in a backhanded way that they're the preference, right? They think that black men are so stupid they don't critically think and look at that. Oh, I've been divorced 4 times. This is my fifth marriage. You don't think a black man look at you the same way and think just like white men go, well, been through that many failed marriages. No, ma'am. No, thank you. I'll find somebody who don't have a problem with commitment. Let's go.
It doesn't exist. There is no being more dedicated, more loyal on this planet.
Got a little commercial here, y'all. We're gonna let this ride. Y'all keep hold on to your seat now.
Than a black woman. I dare say there's nothing more beautiful, both externally and internally, than a black woman. They don't make them like black women. And yes, I will agree, there is a bit of aggression on average that you will find from a black woman versus others. But that is our fault as black men. We have created a society of women who have to play a role of both being a father and a mother in a relationship, typically. And I understand the reason why a white woman will ever look a black man's direction is because, number one, she has self-image problems or issues.
You heard that. You see how they're trained to think that black men are so stupid and dumb that just because it's a Becky that she's the preference, knowing all along that her family, no matter how friendly they are, no matter how pleasant they are, no matter how accepting they are of you, in your face, behind closed doors, her parents are disappointed in her choice. And the only reason why a lot of these Beckys, Karens, whatever you want to call them, want to partner up with a black man is to prove a point to one or both of their racist parents. Okay? Just because these folk intermingle with us and somewhat cohabitate in a semi civilized fashion don't mean they are not racist and hateful. Okay? Many white women turn to black men for the aesthetics or because they have been trained to dislike, hate, and debase and feel superior to black people. Okay?
Or the black man is rich. That is not loyalty. I put loyalty personally more than anything else. And the reason why the standard of beauty black women aspire to look like white women is because of how we've been conditioned. How from the time we were children, black women have been given Barbie dolls. We watch superhero movies. Who is the ultimate prize? Superman has, is it Lois Lane? Spider-Man has that woman. It's always a woman of a specific racial group. So psychologically, that's why black men will find other women of specific racial groups attractive. But it's not necessarily because you are. Personally, I love my black women. I'm dedicated to one. She's like my everything. And I just want to say, can we please correct this? It's not every single black woman. Learn to do your research. Sit down and ask relevant questions. Everything you've just said right now is thumbs up. It is nonsense. I'll rest my case here.
We need all non-melanated African-American black people to stop speaking on black relationship issues. We don't need your opinion. We don't need your advice. What happens in our house stays in our house. We gonna figure it out. We still love our women. We gonna make it work. Y'all getting way too comfortable putting black men, black women issues in y'all conversation.
Way too comfortable. Okay? So comfortable that these next few pieces you see is going to be the icing on the chocolate cake, honey. They so comfortable. They want to be black women so desperately, having their biracial children so they can have curly hair and chocolate skin, as close to chocolate as they can get. Okay? Listen, sisters, we need to stop trying to destroy each other, okay? And see who the real threat to our blackness and our black natural identity is. Talk about culture vulture. Some of these clear folks, if they could skin a black woman and wear our skin like a Coogee sweater, they would. Okay? And that is disturbing. That is not a compliment. Let's go.
This is not a cultural exchange program. This is not a raise your hand and give your opinion. We didn't ask for it. We don't want it. We good. Black men still standing on business. Stop speaking on black women. We good. Are we good?
Brothers, y'all gonna let her get away with that? Tell me you heard what she said. Tell me you don't think she dog. Now I understand the sisters why they feel the way they feel, but that's the distraction. She really dogging you, making you look like a welfare case, making you look like a sick puppy, making you look useless, making you look hopeless until the great white hype came into your life. Of all those tropes, I wasn't being combative, I wasn't interrupting him, I wasn't loud. We know, come on now. She ain't got to say it to actually say it. But that was the distraction. That was to distract you from hearing how she made you look at the end. Come on, black man, just go travel. There are plenty of women who's willing to take care of you. We don't need taken care of. Black men ain't no fucking welfare case, bitch. Fuck out of here with that shit.
But the reality is something actually.
Now, this brother, all of them really, but this one really touched my heart in a way where, because I just love how he worded it. So unique. All of them are unique, don't get me wrong, but this one stood out a little bit to me.
Quite different. The reality is you knew you had him because no other woman wanted him. I mean, that's the truth, isn't it? Black women, before you get upset at everything that this woman said, please hear me out. You're no competition to this woman in reference to her man. Now, her man also, with what she listed out, had a couple of issues. He kept choosing the women who are obviously a problem for him. And what does that say about his decision-making skills? And remember, he also chose this woman. And note how rude she was also to come at all black women as if they're a competition, as if you wanted him to begin with. You see, his decision-making skills led her to think this false sense of security in which she believes that all women want him. Now, there's a difference in between black love, black relationships, and interracial relationships. And whatever you want is for you, but don't think for a fragment of a second that just because you got who you got, that in some way is in reference to everyone else that does not want him. Remember, he chose you because of the individuals that he did not want, which does not mean that you stand above and reign supreme. It means that you're the choice that he chose to pick. And as long as he loves you, treats you right, and you do the same, then you have that wonderful relationship. But where at inside of your mind made you think that you now compare to every other black woman? Now that's where it gets a little bit perplexing to everybody else. And instead of keeping that sense of security, understand how to use it properly. You are secure in the relationship you're in because he wanted you over the women that he decided to date. And if the women that he decided to date were not the best or the epitome of black women, that says more about his choices and what he decided to go through more than who you are.
Listen, wait now. When you hear the rest of it, listen.
person. And after all, for some reason, when we judge you as a person, you for some reason decided to list out not that you love your relationship, but that in comparison to the other people, you stand above those other people that he decided to date. You see, that's a false sense of security. And I would ask you to consider, are you looking at your life right? Because if you want the person that no one else wants, and you think that at that point in time is something that's great, that you got the person that no one else wanted, well, you didn't listen to the sentence properly. He is a value to you, and that is great. He is a king to you, and that is great. He is a provider and a lover for you, and that is great. And all of those things that you do together that makes you happy, that is all great. However, that does not remove the reality that nobody else, especially the black women that you just referenced to in general, give a damn about whoever you're dating. And one
Pow. You just got the black man that didn't no other black woman want. And if you had so many problems with all the other black women and you had to go find a German woman or any other culture of clear woman, Becky, that doesn't put you any more higher as a preference up over black women. And every time I tell a white woman this, I can feel it how if she could unalive me, she would. This is what I mean by woke. This is why I'm not, jumping up and down every time a black person tells me that they have a white spouse or partner or vice versa. Well, I have a black husband. I had heard that more in the South than I ever did in my entire life living in Chicago. These women have a point to prove. Why? I don't know. Yes, I do. I do know. They'll never openly say it, but they have a point to prove. Just like from the day that they started to colonize us, they had to prove a point that white is supreme above black folk, what they labeled us as black folks. And if they are so supreme, how come they were not the first humans to emerge from the continent? How come it was black folk? But let's go.
once more, this isn't a black love versus interracial relationship thing, because you are no competition to this lady if you are black and the black man wants an interracial relationship. And let him go, let him do what he does, let him love who he loves. But don't let her convince you that in some way you are less than or not high up in reference to competition when she's referencing to somebody you wouldn't date to begin with. Let her have her false sense of security and let her have her false king in reference to black women.
Life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not.
Of course. What sister you know gonna sit there and let somebody have the homies come and let her out? Why they sit back, They don't do that, so, of course. Why are you getting on the, leave the black woman alone. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't know nothing about that. You're a liar. They do better things like be wives, and some of them fucked up just like y'all, but no. That ain't got to do with black women. That's got to do with your ass loving to be let out. Tell me how.
I really want to know who be behind these videos, because at least once, twice, every 3 months, one of these videos drop. And here y'all go in the comments looking crazy because y'all act like y'all was born and raised. Maybe because y'all was born and raised in America, y'all can't hear someone who's talking with an American mindset. I mean, at one point I couldn't either, but now that I hear it, I can't unhear it, because this, everything she said is out of the white woman playbook 101. Like, you.
Y'all don't sleep on our brothers, okay? They know and can see it too, okay? I have had a few brothers come to me and download. A lot of people feel like I'm their just personal shrink. Strangers will come up to me and just download sometime. But I bumped into this really nice brother at the store, and it was a long line. So we started chopping it up. Beautiful build, woke brother, and we got on the subject of entitled Karens, and we were sharing experiences. So one experience he had with a white entitled woman like these who feel like they're in competition with us for our black men to be in relationships with them. Um, he peeped, a few things about this white girl who just would not, he couldn't shake her. So he decided to take her for a ride. Now, I don't agree with playing people with people's emotions, but long story short, he said she wouldn't leave me alone. I told her I was not interested. She told me that she was gonna make me interested and like and prefer vanilla. And he kept telling her, I'm not interested. She insisted. And he did what men do to women who don't respect themselves. And she got played. She played herself. So, of course, after that, when she finally realized she was being played, she turned into, uh, you know, a stalker. And she was obsessed. And it had nothing to do with anything other than some black woman coming along after her and him choosing a black woman instead of this white woman. And she admitted it. And he showed me videos and text messages of proof. This white woman. Listen, listen, this was out of his own mouth. And I was sitting there with my mouth dragging on the floor. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm like, you mean to tell me she really admitted that to you? That she felt she was so entitled to a relationship with you to domineer over you that she 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 would do anything to keep him from being with a black woman. Okay? Let's go.
Y'all think women overseas think or speak the way she was speaking in that video? I mean, come. And here we go, falling for it. Us falling for it in the comments, falling for it every single time. It never fails.
Video funny as fuck to me. I hope you niggas in them comments in this video, I hope y'all ain't black American, man. Please. Hey, man, don't be embarrassing us like this, man. Y'all need all that shit she talking about doing? What you niggas, children or something?
Did you know deodorants?
I'm telling you, this from the dirty South. A Southern gentleman about to lay it out on the line for us now. Black men are standing up, y'all. Listen.
Who the fuck want to be fed 3 times a day? On my job, I can eat from over 100 different restaurants for free. For free, I can eat from every kind of restaurant you can think of. Y'all funny as fuck, man. Y'all too funny, man. And y'all be on here talking about a woman won't submit to you. You ask her what she submit. You gotta ask a woman to submit. They submit to me automatically. I don't have to ask no woman that. But I don't want her to submit to me anyway. I don't need nobody to cook for me, 3 times a day. I know how to feed my damn self. I don't want a full course meal every day. You might want a salad one day, a fucking turkey sandwich or something. Who the fuck eats all goddamn day? And y'all eating this shit up on this video, man. You niggas embarrassing, man. And she telling me ain't no family structure in the black community. I don't know what is up north or something? Cause the damn show ain't down south. Well, I wish I could say more on this video, but TikTok ain't gonna post it. I got 1,000 things to say. Man, y'all better not be black American in them goddamn comments saying all that dumb shit, man.
if you deal with a German woman.
Check this out, y'all. This is the piece de resistance that I was talking about. How white women will openly admit that they want chocolate babies like we produce. They want to be with black men because they want biracial children so they can say that I can do what a black woman can do for you, only better because I'm white, including have your babies. Okay, have your black babies. Listen.
They want to try to really pull you into their lane. It's acceptable to the parents, they accept you, and so on and so forth. And what they also want is, like the brother was speaking about already, like our color. They want children of us. This is what they also say also into our face.
Like a fetish, almost. That's what we call it, fetish. Yeah, they had that in the States too.
Level. Yeah.
Really?
Only here is on level, man.
What you mean? Break it down. Break it down.
I mean, like,
you don't have it.
Did you serve in the military here?
Yes.
Okay, so you know, at first it was a shock. It's a shock. You know, you're like, damn, you get a lot of respect, but on the other side, it's a lot of hate with it also. But they do want the chocolate babies. They want babies of color and curly hair. You know, like, he got good hair. You got that good hair, you know.
Man, that's a setup, because if he has good hair, then what's bad hair?
Yeah.
I have a question for this German lady. Now, looking at the video, you look about between 35 and 40. And I don't know how long you've been married to this average black guy, right? But it seems to me that for somebody that checked all the boxes, right? Somebody that was just so perfect that you never should have been single. Like, some German guy should have married you a long time ago. So how is it that you were single and able to meet this average black guy and marry him?
Like, seriously, lovely, since this video has...
Okay. Y'all check her out if you want to see the rest of it. She has some good stuff. Her name is Belinda Sternad. Strnad is her last name. Belinda, from the continent. Isn't she gorgeous? But I just wanted to show y'all, sisters, my sisters, that our brothers, our black men, are standing on business for us, standing in the gap, protecting our honor and our uniqueness and our beauty and our just, you know, just our essence, the effervescence and the beauty of a black woman. We're ever so special, precious and priceless. You know, that's why they try to emulate everything about us: our hair, our curves, our features, our skin tone. From ever since beginning of time, before the word suntan, we knew what that was. They have been trying to destroy us because they are not like us. Okay? If I can't control you, if I can't manipulate you, then I'm going to destroy you. This is why Karens act the way they act. Show me your papers. What are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you here? Black woman. This is why they are ever so friendly, because they want to study you, sis. Okay? I don't like you before I like you, especially white women in the South. They call it rude. I call it intelligent. I call it smart. I call it aware, staying woke, keeping my head on a 360. Okay? Watching you with my third eye. Because just like you think you're going to study me and girl me to death, okay, and try to hoodify me, I'm studying you too. I'm waiting for them horns to pop out. As soon as you tell a white woman no and draw a boundary, you will see her true intentions and her true motives for trying to connect her hooks, her hooks in you like a tick or a leech, a slug, because all they want to do is study, emulate your mannerisms, dry up your energy with downloading all their problems, and try to make you follow them around like a fucking puppy dog. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. So we already got enough to clean up and heal in our own pasture. Keep them stray dogs the fuck up out of our community. Okay? We don't need their help. We don't need their charity. And we definitely don't need Captain Save a Black Man. Okay? With that being said, I'm about to bounce. I'm going to do my ritual of bathing again. And I'm going to try to get some shut eye. So, y'all be good. One love. Black power.